Hello, Dotti. How are you doing?
I am doing great today. How are you?
I'm doing fine too, thank you. What pronouns do you prefer to use?
She, her, but it kind of just, I really don't care what pronouns I get.
Cool.
Like, it doesn't bother me.
Why did you choose this name for yourself, SpottiDotti?
I was playing Snakes and Ladders.
Explains everything.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I was playing Snakes and Ladders.
And it just came.
That is the extent of the story.
Um, have you ever been faceless? And if yes, why did you decide to go with the facecam?
I was faceless a week ago. I face revealed because A, purely out of boredom, and B, because it's a lot easier to do the content that I do want to do next year with a face cam, like without being faceless. And also there's a story behind this one. I went to see the new Spider-Man movie with my friends and yeah, we took like height comparison photos and stuff and then they were put on Twitter and I was just like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I'm just no longer faceless. It's
That's
fine.
cool.
Yeah. I was like I'm no longer faceless now, but I want to do an official face reveal stream. So I did do that and it went pretty well.
And
So
then
yeah.
the high reveal.
The height reveal? Oh, I'm 5'6", so I was the shortest in the group. Um, yeah.
We need the short people too.
I'm average height though, that's the thing. Like, I'm not that short, but compared to the others, I was short because they were like 6 foot and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I met up with other content creators to go see the Spider-Man movie. It was the best.
I
It was
bet.
it was very fun.
Uh, when did you first became passionate about content creation?
Um, I'm gonna be honest, and it's a little cliche, but I mainly got into the idea of I could do content by watching Rambo, just because like I really like his style of content, and I am also very sarcastic. Um, So the moment that I became passionate about content would probably be when I first met some of like the other content creators that are now like some of my best friends today. So like started to meet them. That's when I became passionate about content. I don't know. Like it I can't put a specific time zone, like time range on it, but yeah, it's definitely by like I became passionate about it by meeting new people.
Yeah, they were just motivating you.
Hmm.
If you could give advice to your younger self, what would it be and why?
How much younger are we talking?
I don't know, like, it can be a few years back or it can be really back.
Probably just be more confident in myself because I went through primary school and middle school just being like extremely hard on myself and just like it within the past few months my confidence has started to pick up, which is also why I did face reveal is because I was way more confident in myself. um so yeah, it's mainly because of that I like, and just sitting in VCs with my face cam on just to try and get used to like what I look like with the camera, like what it looks like in the space of my room, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah,
confidence is
it's
a key. Like, if you're confident enough, you can do literally anything.
literally anything. So yeah, it's mainly I tell my younger self to be way more confident. Uh Especially in my art because I was one of the best artists in my school, in primary school and in middle school, and I was extremely like deprecating towards my art. So yeah.
What kind of arts do you do?
Well, I got I was drawing from a very, very young age, but I got back into drawing properly, like almost every day by like watching anime and drawing like frames and scenes from animes. You could probably literally just see on my wall there. There's a bit of anime there and posters and stuff. There's a painting up there. I did that.
That
I
looks
did
cool.
those drawings there as well. But yeah, that took me a day, I think. So like I've always been very speedy when it comes to drawing. And I do have my commissions open, and any person who has commissioned me will say that they asked for it and they got it within a day. So like it's great. I yeah.
The main thing is just to enjoy, you
Mm.
know?
Yeah.
If you're enjoying
Yeah.
it, then do it.
Yeah.
Um, do your friends or class know about your channel? I mean, you said that you became friends with content creators.
Yes.
So,
I have become friends with a lot of content creators starting around July. So I started content the 24th of February. Um, well, that was when I first streamed. I'd been doing art content before that, but then decided to like delete it because I didn't really want to like I don't know. I wanted to keep my art separate from like Minecraft TikTok and stuff. So I just didn't. I just didn't. And then but yeah, so in terms of like my friends or class, um, I have like two friend groups at school, and both of them are aware of my content. One of them wasn't aware until about a month ago, but I was on a break at that time. And they saw me just on Discord on my phone, and they were like, "Why are you on Discord?" I was like, "Because I can be." And anyway, one thing led to another. I told them about my content, but the other group is what actually started me up when I first got into content. They were my first viewers. They were my moderators. They were the people that I played Minecraft with on stream, and yeah. So I started out by playing with one group of friends on Minecraft.
that sounds really pog.
But other than that, no, my classes don't really know. But yeah.
Uh, did you tell your parents? And if yes, what was their reaction?
So both my parents I have told. Um, my dad doesn't understand what it even is. I've explained it so many times, but he doesn't get it. Uh, my mum knows what it is, but I didn't bring it up. Like I brought it up once, the fact that I streamed on Twitch. I brought it up once, and since then, um, so I brought it up once when I got my first Twitch payout, and then uh, my mum, she kind of made me feel extremely demotivated by making it all about the money.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "So what can you do to make money off streaming?" I'm like, "That's not really my concern. I appreciate any kind of financial support because I didn't exactly grow up in the richest of situations. But I do appreciate any financial support, but I really don't care. I don't think
Yeah.
that's the right word, but like if people want to give me money, I appreciate the hell out of it.
Yeah,
But
like it's just a hobby,
it
so
doesn't it's a hobby for me. It's not something that like if I can make it a full-time thing, then yeah, I probably will. But it's not like a lot of my other friends are way more motivated to make it their full-time job. But for me, it's just a hobby.
yeah, it's understandable. And what motivates you to do your content?
Uh, I don't know, just the feeling I get when I stream and it does actually go really well. Like, I know a lot of people talk about how they don't care about follow counts and viewer counts, but my motivation does come a lot from how many people are interacting with me. Like, how many people are talking in chat, how many people, like, tell me about their day, that kind of stuff. But also, There was a 2 month break, that was like briefly interrupted because I did do Block Wars. That was a one time thing within my 2 month break. But the thing that made me miss content the most during that was when my friends were talking about like their content and like collabing and stuff, and I was like, oh damn, I feel like I'm falling behind. So like that was one of the biggest motivations for me to get back into it, was just my friends and like how proud I am for being how proud I am of them for the success that they've gotten. So yeah.
Uh, which platform helped you the most?
Help me. Twitter, definitely Twitter. I've met a lot of people through Twitter that have like helped me so much with like just talking to me, and like also Discord. Discord's helped me a lot. Just I it's handy to have, but I've met a lot of my closest friends through like private Discord servers and stuff that I've just been added to. And then yeah, that's mainly it. It's like yeah, it's a both Discord and Twitter I found extremely helpful in the sense that I meet other people and can like connect with other people.
How did you meet with other people on Twitter?
Um,
Like maybe we're looking through hashtags or different communities.
it's more I look at, so if someone will follow me on Twitter, I'll look at like which of my friends follow them, and then like that kind of like looking at mutuals, and also the connect page, like the who to follow thing. That usually does like help a bit. Um um how did I meet people on Twitter? Well, like I said, it's also majority Discord that like I'd be in a VC with them, and then we'd hang up, like we'd finish in the VC, we'd all leave, and then I'd go onto Twitter and I'd follow them, they'd follow me back. That's like it's it's more just the making mutuals on Twitter that have then become like really close friends of mine. But it's
Yeah.
mainly I mainly meet people through Discord. But Twitter has been a big help for like I guess reaching out. There was a time when my Twitter following was much higher than my Twitch. Uh, but yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I
Uh,
don't really know how I do it. I just kind of like okay, there's a few friends I have that I did just DM on Twitter, and then we became like friends. I have a friend, Nix. We both simps, and we both just started screaming at each other in our Twitter DMs about like the people that we like, and it was the funniest thing. Um, but yeah,
I think
so
that's the
yeah, this
best way to become friends. Just
yeah,
screaming about the fandom.
mutual screaming about the people that we simp for. It's great. And I don't even mean like streamers that we simp for. I mean just like people that we like.
That's cool. What was the biggest surprise what with happened to you?
Uh,
Like with
biggest
content
surprise, like
creation?
content creation. Okay. Hang on. My biggest surprise. Wait, whereabouts is the question? My biggest surprise when it came to. I'm not entirely sure. So far, there hasn't really been any big surprises for me. Like, it's all because it is a hobby, and I don't like. It's not something that infests my way of thinking. Um, so the biggest surprise is probably how like I when going into content, I really thought that the personality that they put on the screen was going to be like some at least somewhat similar, but there's like content creators I've met who have been absolutely jerks to their viewers and stuff, and then they are just the nicest human beings ever.
Yeah, that's happening a lot.
Yeah. Like it's and I wouldn't say that content creators are two-faced. It's more
Online persona.
their it's more getting to know them on a more personal level is really cool. So, like getting to know them more than just their content, like learning things about them, like their family, their like yeah,
Just
it's great.
starting to be friends with them.
Yeah, my biggest surprise I'd say would be how nice a lot of the content creators I have met are.
That's cute. What's the biggest milestone you reached, and what was your reaction to it?
It was 1K, which happened 3 days ago, I think. I just hit 1K on Twitch.
Congrats for
Um,
that.
yes, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I just hit 1K on Twitch. Because it was like, my reaction was a bit scattered because what had happened was, one of my closest friends had raided me, and then I hit 1K because of the raid. Uh, Which I mean sometimes can be a little bit demotivating to think about if I just think, oh, I just hit 1K because of the raid. Like I was already on the way there. I was getting like 5 followers every 20 minutes. Like I was probably going to make it, but it definitely sped along the process. So yeah. Um but yeah, so my reaction was kind of scattered because I was more reacting to the raid than the actual follower goal. But yeah.
I would say that reaching a goal with a raid not that bad. Like
Yeah.
the discoverity on Twitch kind of hard. Like I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe let's say hundreds of people are streaming with zero viewers, one viewers, even five viewers, and
Mm,
there's little chance that people will just click on your stream, especially.
yeah.
So I think reaching a follower goal, sub goal, anything with a raid is still good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and sub goals have yeah, no, I haven't reacted entirely to sub goals because so far the sub goals that I've gotten, I've only hit from like doing like bets. Literally my friends and I make a lot of bets with money and say if you do this I'll give you like an amount of subs. So those sub goals they don't really affect me that much, but like I'll take the money quite gladly. I'll take it quite gladly. Let's
Yeah.
just say I've won a few bets.
Um, what advice would you give to someone who's just starting out with content creation?
Ah, advice that I'd give. Um, Definitely using whatever program they want to use, OBS, Streamlabs. Definitely advice would be to hide the view account because if you are streaming and you look over at the view account, um, and you're like enjoying yourself, you're enjoying what you're doing, but you see that there's not a lot of people there, it can get really demotivating depending on the person you are. If you are genuinely having a lot of fun and you stream to like however many viewers, if you're genuinely having fun, the view count won't matter. But if you are someone who wants to share the enjoyment you're getting from a stream or a game, then definitely hide the view account because if you're like it gets demotivating if you're really enjoying this game. You want other people to enjoy it, but no one's really showing up. So definitely just hide the view account and start out with a few mods who either know you IRL or know you very well, because then they know what actually would make you uncomfortable, and then you can think about getting like other mods when it actually picks up.
Yeah, maybe someone who you know for a few years back or something.
Yeah, like someone who knows your boundaries, your like what actually makes you uncomfortable, because if you get a mod and they see something that makes them uncomfortable, yeah, that they can delete it, but if it doesn't actually bother you, then you need mods that like can I mean, it just depends. Like one of my IRL friends has um has come into my streams on multiple occasions, and he is the kind of person who can get cancelled very easily. And that is why he doesn't create any content. Um, but yeah, so he's someone who could get cancelled extremely easily, and he comes into my stream and he said something like dreams bad or something. That's it. And I found it funny. Like I found it funny that he came into my chat and said that. And then one of my moderators had deleted the message and banned him for it. And then I was like, I just kind of sat there like, it he has a right to his own opinion, and it was kind of funny. Um, so yeah, it's mainly like that. If you're starting out content, get moderators who know like exactly like you. They know you. That's
Yeah,
the best advice that I can give. And the hiding, I can't stress enough. Hide the view account.
it
Just
can
because
help
it's
for your mental
not a
health.
big deal when you're starting out. The view account is not a big deal at all, and even still it's not a big deal to big creators either. Some big creators. Oh, I just dropped my water bottle. Woo.
Oh, I guess no water anymore.
No, I have it back now.
Um, who has been your biggest supporter during this time when you were making content?
I have a few people. So my biggest supporter and like honestly just the person who's given me the most out of content would definitely be Ava, JC. She is one of my closest friends. She rated me when I was trying to hit a 1K. She has given me so much. I've met my closest friends through her content creation role, like the VCs in her Discord server. So she has definitely been the most like my biggest support, like the thing that kind of kept me afloat when I was dropping down a bit. Um, so yeah, and like just her trying to get most of her friends, including me, to partner. I haven't hit it like yet because I haven't been streaming as much as I should be to hit it. Nor do I have the view account or the hours. But like that's not the point. It's Ava definitely, and also my two friends, Quixotic and Sea Lion. They are also like they are my best friends, and uh they were they were there for me when I was very much not feeling great about my content. um, Quixotic vouched for me on a reply for getting into an SMP called Snoozecraft, and that's also another reason why I got back into content was because this server I met some of the greatest people on it, and I'm so thankful to him. And Sea Lion has just been incredibly supportive. She lifts me up when I'm feeling down, and so does Kix and Ava. Like they're all so great, and I've just met so many people through them, and like, yeah.
That's important to have friends like this.
And also because Kix is one of my IRL, like he lives in my city, so I went to see the movie with him, and so like he's one of my closest friends, and like I genuinely cannot thank Kix, Sea Lion, and Ava enough for everything that they've done for me.
What do you think how COVID affected your content? Like, if COVID's not happening, would you still be here, do this?
If COVID never happened, I would not be here. Because I would not have started watching content creators if I wasn't so bored at home. Um, I started out by watching Wilbur, and so I never would have watched if I wasn't just at home bored, I don't think. Because I didn't grow up on Minecraft YouTube like a lot of my friends did. Um, I actually never really did watch Minecraft YouTubers until like October last year. So yeah, and in terms of COVID currently affecting my content, in my city, COVID has been like off and on a bit. Um, and like there was a very good, there was a very good, like solid 5 months where it just wasn't an issue at all. But recently another case happened, like had come over and happened here, which has affected my ability to go and see my friends that are like so I was supposed to be going to another city in Australia for New Year's Eve. In October, I had said that I was going to, but because COVID, uh, I would have to quarantine, and I can't afford to do that because it's like 3 grand for hotel quarantine and like
Yeah,
all sorts of other reasons. But yeah, so in terms of affecting my content, it means that I can't do IRL streams in like for New Year's with the people that I wanted to do it with. Um, and yeah, just that, I guess, is mainly just being able to see people is my biggest thing with COVID at the moment.
I thought that they deleted the hotel quarantine.
Hmm. Yeah, no, the hotel quarantine's been a bit iffy at the moment, but yeah. Uh, yeah, so
Understandable.
I was very much looking forward to going, but I did ask a little. I asked my mum a little bit too late, and then she said, "If you're going, I have to go with you," and then we can't afford that, and yada yada yada. But like, I could afford my own ticket there. It's just, yeah. Anyway, that's
Yeah.
eh.
Have you ever felt demotivated?
Yes, definitely yes. Like I said, there was 2 month break. There was another one in May that like it was like a month break. It mainly lasts in months where I'll go on break because school will pick up and I won't feel as motivated to do things that I enjoy, like content creation, drawing, stuff like that. Uh in terms of me though, because I do have ADHD, like motivation comes in waves for me. So one day I will feel okay, I'm gonna stream today, and then the next day I won't. I'll feel like no, I just kind of want to sit in a VC and watch a movie or something, and just not do like not have to really like put on my energetic side, if that makes
No,
sense.
no bones day, literally.
No Bones Day. Basically, it's literally that, except more often than not, it's a No Bones Day. So basically, my streaming has kind of just gone down to either 0 or once a week. Um, which is, it's not good, but like, it's the best I can kind of manage at the moment. So yeah. So
Um,
yes, I have felt demotivated.
what do you think was the biggest challenge what you are facing right now?
Um, probably trying to work on my sleep schedule because I have a fear of missing out, and when I go to sleep I miss a few things. So it's mainly me not sleeping because I'm scared to miss out on things. So probably my biggest challenge is my lack of sleep, and also the fact that I have had a really bad cough for the past 2 months. That was also another reason why I didn't stream, is because I was coughing so much that like I would be muting on the stream like every 2 seconds to cough. Um, and like I've been losing my voice still, and just I've gotten a blocked nose because it's hot and there's hay fever and stuff, and like yeah, it's not good. So my biggest challenge would be currently how I'm sick. uh, I am a little bit ill, and I've been to the doctor and stuff, and they said that it would pass eventually, and that I just have to wait, but it's really annoying.
Yeah, I hope
So
it
yeah,
will be better soon.
thank you, thank you.
Like it's
Means a lot.
hard.
Yeah,
Um, if you could
but
have
yeah,
a billboard with anything on it, what would it be and why?
am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so there's this little inside joke with the group that I at my school, like that one of my the group that helped me start out content creation last year. My lunches were packed with what's called brioche bread. So
Yeah.
just it's yellow bread, right? And so my friends would always call it piss bread, and So there's also a joke on my Twitter that if I hit, like, I don't know, if I hit, I'm gonna set it to a sub goal that if I hit what 500 subs or something, I'll get piss tattooed on my ankle. So if I could get a billboard with something written on it, it would be piss. It would just be a billboard that says piss on it.
It sounds so creative. Like, just peace and nothing
Just
else.
piss. Yeah. I want piss just in really fancy letters tattooed on my ankle. It would be great.
Maybe stars in front and after, and it just peace.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
So that's what I would have on a billboard.
that's cool and unique.
Yes, I am quite unique, I would say.
What do you think? What makes your content unique if you are here? Like,
Um,
if I'm just going through Twitch, why should I stop by? Like, why should I stay at your stream?
so because like I said, because I'm ADHD, I get random phrases that just pop into my head. And they make pretty good clips, but my dignity at that point would be quite low until I do like make clips and stuff. Um, but it would be random phrases that just come out of my mouth. Uh, so there was one that came up when I was playing Bed Wars and I died and I said something very questionable. Um, and while playing Portal 2, I'd make very questionable jokes. So those are all on my TikTok. Like all my questionable moments are on my TikTok. Um, but yeah, probably just the things that come out of my mouth sometimes. So a little bit cursed, I'd say, is my content. My content's unique because it's a little bit cursed, but it can also be. I guess I can also be a comfort. I can also be wholesome. I guess.
So
But yeah,
you're
I'm
more likely an
sarcastic,
uncomfortable
random,
streamer.
cursed, and can be. I'm wholesome when it counts, if that makes sense. So if someone raids me, I'm incredibly wholesome. I'm incredible. Like I love anyone. Like platonically, love anyone who raids me. That like, or just gives me any kind of support, really. So yeah, yeah. That's
So
that's
I
my content.
I should stay for the weird vibes.
Yeah, the weird vibes. I'd say that and the sarcasm. I'd say those are my best qualities.
Those are the best things, the only things that matter, I would
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
Um, is there something what you thought differently before you started out? Like, you can just see these big content creations with, I don't know, 300k viewers at the same time, and you just, oh, I will do this, and then it goes differently. What you expect? Was there
Well,
this
yeah.
moment?
Um, well, okay, because when I did start out content creation, my brother had already started streaming, and uh, he he had told me that it was difficult before I started, so I wasn't walking in like blind at all. Um, and when I did start, yeah, no, I wasn't walking in blind at all. But my biggest wait, what's the question again?
So, is there something what you thought differently before you
Oh,
started
I
out
thought
content
different.
creation? Yeah.
I thought when starting content that I don't know. Yeah, it would be like I thought when starting content that the biggest key was to like interact with big content creators, but that I then learned is clout chasing and you shouldn't do that. Like unless the like it there's a fine line with whether you're clout chasing or not, and like that's what I thought it all came down to. But yeah, but also when starting content, the thing that I thought different was probably the amount of drama that also goes on behind the scenes of content creation, especially in the small Minecraft content community. And also, I thought that every content creator likes the content that they post, but after talking to a lot of other CCs, I learned that like they not like if they could, they would like they would go to like change their content and make it exactly what they want it to be, but at the same time that would then demotivate them because they don't that's like not everyone likes that content, so they post the content that makes everyone else happy. But yeah, I don't really know how to describe it, but probably, yeah, probably just like
I think you
uh
explained it very well. Like, you
thank you.
expect something from yourself when you are making a content,
Yeah,
and it just turns
yeah,
out differently what you imagined in your head.
yeah. And also, I went into content thinking, oh yeah, I'm sure I'll meet some cool people, but I reckon they won't become the biggest effect on my life. No, I was dead wrong about that. That they have become my best friends, and if I had the money and if COVID wasn't a thing, I would be on the next flight out of here. I'd go see them. Um, yeah. So like, yeah, I'd probably that's probably the biggest thing is just the people that I've met. I didn't expect them to become like such big influences on my life. Like if I hadn't met them, I could definitely like I could confidently say this would be the worst year of my life or last year, but because I met them, this is the best year of my life. So
That's really
like I
cool.
said, I can be incredibly wholesome. Um yeah. I love my friends so much.
Do you have any hobby what you just never talked about on stream and you feel comfortable to share?
So, because I'm me and I want to try everything, I'm an experimentalist. I want to try everything. I have had a lot of past hobbies. So, things like piano, guitar, I've got a guitar sitting there. I've got a guitar on my floor. It's in the mess somewhere. Like you cannot see my floor. It's shockingly bad. Um So yeah, it would be guitar. Like I've done guitar, I've done piano, I've done art, like a lot of, but everyone knows that about the art. Um, I have done dance. I've done so ballet, contemporary hip hop. I've done I did taekwondo. I did taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, karate, boxing, parkour. I've done a lot of like self-defense training. Um, but I guess the most surprising one to a lot of people, like a lot of people get surprised by it, but I did archery for 2 years. So my bow and arrow is sitting behind my mirror right there. That's just something that exists. My dad just waved at me from outside my window. Um, so my bow and arrow, it sits behind my mirror. I did archery for 2 years, and I am shockingly good at it. It was like something that I genuinely wanted to like go to the Olympics for, but then I just kind of stopped when it started to like the weather started to heat up,
Mhm.
and I get blood noses very easily when the weather heats up. Um, so that's just something that would happen while I was like shooting. I'd just end up getting a blood nose, and then I'd have to go inside. So I just ended up stop going outside during summer. It is literally 37 degrees right now Celsius. Um so yeah, that's something. That's a
You could
little
be the
something.
next Katniss Everdeen, though.
That's what I was told. Yeah, but it was 2 years ago. I probably am not as great as I used to be at it. Oh yeah, and another hobby would be building. I have done a lot of like I guess not really construction building, but more like model kits. I've built a model car, a model X-wing, like a lot of model stuff, a model Millennium Falcon. I have a 3D glass puzzle sitting on my shelf. I have a V8 engine that I built sitting on my shelf. So yeah, there's a few things, and
This
just
is
painting, I
interesting.
guess. Yeah, I also have a shield that I built when I was 9, sitting up on my shelf. it's there. It exists. Hang on, I can just wait just for a second. Um, just gonna grab it. My name is on the back, so we're not gonna show that. But so I built this when I was 9.
Oh, that looks
It's
cool.
I wanted it to be the one from How to Train Your Dragon, but it has straps on the back. So
What did
yeah,
you use
just
for that? Like what materials?
cosplay. Cosplay. But yeah, it's really cool. I love it so much. But yeah, so that's
It
just
is cool.
something. Thank you. That is something that exists. That's gonna sit on my chair because I can't be bothered turning off my camera and going back up and putting that back on my shelf.
Uh, what do you think? What's your favorite game on stream and outside of stream?
On stream, my favorite game to play would have been uh either Minecraft or just because that's what I stream, or Portal 2 because I make a lot of jokes on Portal 2 and I play it I play it solely with one person and he and I have like the best relationship. Um so yeah, like Portal 2 on stream, Portal 2 and Minecraft, off stream Stardew Valley because I love Stardew Valley. It's great. I don't play it that
Just the
much, and
calming one.
I just started to play it, so yeah.
Um, what what kind of content do you planning to do in the future? Like the same, or do you have ideas to make it a little bit differently?
So, like a lot of other content creators, I have a Google Doc with a list of videos that I can do and like people to do those with. And they're mainly like Minecraft videos, some joke Roblox videos because I play Roblox ironically for the lols. Um Also Fortnite. Fortnite can be fun with friends. I don't care what anyone says. I play Fortnite. I don't care. Um and IRL stuff I have planned because next year, because of COVID, so last year COVID because of COVID, PAX Australia was cancelled. So that's probably I'm definitely gonna do a bunch of IRL stuff when I go over for PAX this year. Uh, which I'm saving up for now, actually. So that's where my Christmas money went towards a new monitor. So this is now my main monitor. That's my second monitor, and I also bought a new headset. So that's yeah,
So everything
that's
to
my
make
Christmas,
your
and then
stream.
the rest of my Christmas money is towards travel.
So just making streaming better and traveling.
Yeah, because that's like my parents know this about me. That's the biggest thing that I want to do is to travel. I want to move to Queensland when I'm old enough to, or Amsterdam. I don't know. I want to go around the US. I want to go around the UK, and I want to go around just Australia.
That's cool.
But yeah,
Just
yeah.
travel a bit.
So that's mm.
What's
So a
your
lot of travel plans.
what's your
But
goal
yeah,
for the next year? Like
next year
2022?
I want to have hit at least 100K on Twitch. Um, at least at least 100K in partner. That's kind of just my goal for next year. And I want to have at least met up with like most of my Australian friends before the end of next year. So like go to PAX, meet some of like I there's this whole family dynamic that my friend group has. So it's uh my one of my closest friends. He's like my older brother, Jivalon. He's great. He gives me advice. He's just a blast to hang out with. So that's someone that I definitely want to meet. I definitely want to hang out with Kix more IRL, and I want to meet up with Ava as well. But yeah, those are like the things that I want to have done before next year is over.
Hopefully it will happen.
Yeah,
Maybe you will be able to just travel. Finally.
yeah.
Who knows
Hopefully.
what will happen with COVID?
Yeah, and just to get a job that is like financially stable enough for me to be able to save, like so I have 75% going to travel and then 25% going to current spending. So that's like my goal is to be able to be earning a stable income
That's a
and
good goal.
maybe to try and save. Like I had to hold back from buying the Wilbur merch last night because I was like, yes, you would like the merch, but you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret buying it because you're not gonna be able to have the money that you need to go places.
Yes, like merch is expensive, and I know that they cannot
Merch
make
is
it
expensive,
cheaper.
and I'm already waiting on a shipment of Wilbur merch from my birthday. I'm waiting on my friend Shane. He came out with merch as well, and I ordered it because I thought it would be really funny. But I'm actually really looking forward to it because it looks sick as hell. Um, but yeah, so I'm already waiting on merch. I'm already waiting on enough online packages. I don't need more Wilbur merch. I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy with what I ordered. So yeah.
If you could travel to anywhere in the world, like you get the money, you can travel for free for a week or so, where would you go?
Could I take someone with me?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'd take Kix with me and go to Melbourne to see Jivalon and Jack. So yeah. But yeah. So that's that. And I like and yeah. So yeah, I'd take Kix with me to the other side of Australia. I
um,
would I would drag him kicking and screaming. I don't care. He's coming with me.
you just no, I don't care if you have other program. You are coming.
He doesn't. So like he's coming with me whether he likes it or not.
That's the
Genuinely though,
best.
if I could afford for myself and him to go across, I don't care. I'll pay for his ticket.
That's cool.
That yeah.
Where can people find you who's watching this podcast?
Definitely Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. And I guess yeah, so Twitter, I have Instagram, I guess. I have Instagram DMs open. Like I just check them on a regular basis. Like cause requests and that. I check them on a regular basis. Yeah, so Twitter DMs. I have my DMs on Twitter open. I'd say mainly Twitter, just because I don't feel like giving out my Discord, just because Discord notifications, once you, like, if you get a friend request on Discord, you can't just check it and the ping goes away. You have to, like, either accept or decline right then and there. And the red really annoys me. So, like, I don't know about giving out my Discord, but definitely Twitter DMs are always open.
Yes, and I will also put every link of yours in the description.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, no worries. I was happy to do it. It was chill. Yeah, I've never talked so much about myself. So yeah.
This
Not
was
used to
enough
it.
for a year.
That's more than enough talking about me for one day. Thank you. I appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you for coming. Bye.
No worries. Goodbye.